mobile games nowadays are making this video nowhere near what they were back in the day. Some of them are just unrecognizable, some of them are just using it for money on ads, and some of them are just mediocre pieces of great crap. I'm sure the gaming industry has been there since then, but they try to do their best to make something unique and enjoyable, something great that damage like mobile games, for example.
Any video game franchises that these get popular end up getting replaced or getting overshadowed by a new gaming franchise. Trends come and go. The same could be said for mobile games that use the same format just like any video game franchise on console or PC software.
However, there is one company who knows what the next trend will be. One company who tried to make so many games on money on advertisement. One company who is responsible for all the crappy mobile games you were shown on the phone itself. And that company is Voodoo. No, not that kind of Voodoo. No, not that kind of Voodoo. Oh yes, that kind of Voodoo.
Voodoo is a video game publisher based in France founded by Alexandre Yardi and Mediocrity in 2013. However, the first game that were made is Paper.io, released in December 2016. So how did the company been doing it for the last 3 years for nothing? Well, according to the founders, they've been making a quiz which to them was not the right thing to do. And after their first game got flopped, the team decided to do the exact same thing to create one game per week, and just like that, we got Paper.io, and the rest is history. The company itself has a website that has all the games they put on and has a history that we already been on, but there is not much stuff to check on this, and there's no list of games that produced on it. Man, it's hard to think this company as big has no list of games that produced by a video game developer. I mean, there's no document about these lists of games or even has a history of them. So remember what I said that Voodoo is a video game publisher? Well, these games that the company produces are not made by Voodoo. They are made by a video game developer who basically paid their game by Voodoo they work on and basically having no money to pay back to the company that produced these games, and essentially turning them into slavery, at least from a game developer who work on Voodoo, who were mostly making games at Voodoo. Then the company sold their games that the developer been working on for so long and releasing it to the App Store and Google Play Store only without the credit of the developer that made these games. Okay, let's talk about the games. So all games that were made are mostly made by one thing, the casuals.
You know, like when mom plays Candy Crush for no reason and they just play the game on your phone and then just put down the phone work. I didn't take this, bro.
Now the main problem with casual is that if 90% of players play your games for a minute and just never play your games ever again, you really cause the game get downhill, or worse, the company that you build on will eventually go broke. So what are you gonna do to prevent this from happening so that your company that you build on will never get bankrupt? Well, just pump all these crappy mobile games to capitalize on trends, then put tons of ads in it so that your company will make a tons of cash, and then the cycle will just continue over and over again until you made a bunch of money. This is how they made these games like Paper.io or Former.io. At least some get popular but eventually fade away to obscurity. These Voodoo games are used for following trends, but once the trend is over, so did the game itself. And a new trend comes, so what did they do? Do the exact same thing again, and the cycle continues again. And then when people who download Voodoo games have found it on the trendy page, downloaded the game and pay it, and after that they deleted it or just sitting there on the hosting only to download another Voodoo game, and that's the economy of Voodoo.
So I heard this said Voodoo have become people who give a push of fast food. They either taste it so good or to find another one which will make them go depressed and unhealthy. I don't know what to say.
With all of this straight that come with a staggering 200 plus games and over $7 billion according to the website of the company itself, may be good for a business. However, if you play all these games, there's just some goddamn awful crap with the graphics itself is like watching a freaking Elsa get concept art on mobile games. And that's not even mentioning the fact that all Voodoo games has the name Dalayo in the title. But if you play them and when the Wi-Fi is off, the game is still continue like it's nothing happened because of the players you competed with are NPCs. I already mentioned these Voodoo games that has NPCs on it on my offline Dollar game video that you could check out, but like I already said, these Dollar games are just using it to get money, or these online servers are too expensive with this. And that doesn't help that these games have Dollar in the title with NPCs on it, which imply that these games are online games like Agorio or Citadel, when in reality they're just faking it for money. That's like purchasing a plush that looks like this you found online for plus collectors, and when they arrive, you greeted with this. Sure, it may look like the exact same thing that you found or image that you found online, but it's not. Who knows?
So let's see how it goes. Oh yeah, if I move one hand, so there's that.
So the first Voodoo game that we're gonna talk about is Paper Dollar 1 and 2 because these two games are mostly identical. I already mentioned about the first one in my last video, like how you use a trail to conquer your land, or if you touch one of your chests you'll die, or the ads that pop up without doing anything. See? However, there are a few things I missed that wouldn't be fit for a video about Dollar games. The first of which is that you see one of these items. Well, it is a fever mode, or power up as I called, which is free of the powers in the game. But if you try to get one of these, you have to watch an ad. So that means you spend the rest of your day watching disgusting looking mobile game ads. And I hope you will not suffer for this freaking crap. The first power up in this game is Zone Protector, and it's basically your own shield, where the only exception of this is that if an NPC touches one of your trails, they immediately die. It's basically Citadel all over again. However, if you touch one of your own trails while using a shield, you will die, just like you did while not using a shield. I don't know why, but okay. The second power-up is the eye view, where it's just a camera zooming it into ultra wide, where you can see a view of NPCs that we could kill them all! Wreck! And the third power-up is super speed, where it's just your block going faster like Sonic for some reason. Oh, frick. Yeah, these power-ups are fine, but not the greatest by bit, and the only power-up that is just ads if you try to use them. Just ads. But there's a sequel of Paper Dollar 2, where it's just the same thing as the first one. You use your trail to conquer the land. If you touch one of your trail, you'll die. And oh, there's power from the first game are now into the sequels, so who freaking cares? However, there's some changes that the sequel has while the first one not. The first is the controls. In the first game, the controls are left, right, up and down. But the sequel is just moving your block in a 360 degrees in like some joystick, which is nice because the first one is just so damn awful. And the second is, I don't know what else to say about these two games after this because they are mostly the same and it's too long for a video about Voodoo and the company itself, so we will dive into the next game. So overall, these two Paper Dollar games are fine, but the only problem is the bunch of ads that you get. So you will suffer for all the garbage inappropriate mobile game ads that you're forced to watch and probably get punished by parents because of this. So let's dive to the next game on our list. The next game is Mob Control. So the goal of this is to shoot a bunch of people inside a cannon. I don't know why a bunch of people fit inside a cannon, but alright. It's to attack a player defense port, and once you're done, you let your army attack the city, and when you have enough resources after destroying the city, you build your own city until someone attacks your city. Sad. So the purpose of this is just shooting a person. And do you see these things? Well, if a person passes through them, it's double into multiple of them. Well, at least there's something new to this. Yeah, there's not much to say about this game, but at least I did see a bunch of ads that pop up except this. But if you like to see people die for blood and an offensive game, then this is for you. The next one is Dune. Now the purpose of it is just that it follows the floppy style where you have enough time to get a high score to pass all the pipes. In this game, the only way to get a higher score is to jump a straight line if you reach higher and land smoothly. And you will suddenly go into super mode. I don't know what else to call it, so I would just call it superpower or G. So remember what I said that you will reach higher and land smoothly? Well, if you reach higher and land without a smoother landing, well, you died if you don't land a smoother landing. So yeah, be sure to land a smoother one after you reach higher, because if you don't see a smoother one, you eventually screwed. So now the game itself. I mean, it's just good. At least the graphics is not oversaturated as other modern mobile games, but I don't know. The game is just good, I guess. I really love the game itself, but the only problem about it is that you know what I'm talking about. Ads. Just good old ads. So overall, the game is just good, except the only problem is just the ads on it, so let's just move on to another Voodoo game. The next Voodoo game is Yo. Alright, let's start this, and the game begins.
This game sucks.
Okay, so the purpose of this is to racing each other's players on a water park, and whenever someone splashes into the pool first is a winner. But who needs that when you just jump out of the water slide and still win this easy? What's the point of the game racing each other while you just jump out of the water slide and wins first? What's the point of all the levels with the exact track while you just jump out and win first? What's the point of blocks that hit you get slower, or a booster pad that go faster, or these item blocks that took from Mario Kart where you select all the powers that you can use while you just jump out of the water park, splash into the pool and win the game first? Like, this game looks trying to make a racing game on water park, but instead you just jump out of the water slide and win. Like, could you imagine doing this in real life in a real water park? Could you imagine?
Wee! I had so much fun in the water park on the water slide. Whoa, I just jumped out of the water slide. Well, at least I'm gonna dive into the pool. Here it goes. Oh, that did suck. Crap. So let's just move on to the next game on our list.
The next Voodoo game is Hole.io. So the game is just you a hole on the ground on a remote island on the city, and the main purpose is to suck a bunch of objects that you're gonna find, and when you suck all the objects, your holes get bigger, and then you can suck more like humans. You can suck them. Cars, I will suck them too. Sucking out apartment building, I can even suck them too. Government buildings, yes, yes, yes. I'm sure this will not cause a crisis in this remote city island, can it? Oh man, I like sucking all these buildings into my hole. I'm sure no one inside of those buildings get affected by it.
Wait. Why is the ground shaking? Is this an earthquake here? What's going on here? It's getting more shaky. Because I'm sure this.
So now the game itself. So this game is just fine. I mean, I'm having fun suck all the objects like buildings for example, and it's satisfying to play with. But the only problem is not the game itself, but ads. Sure, there's some where, for example, if my time goes 0, the timer wants you to start 30 seconds to play this if you have to watch an ad for it. But that's not the only thing. The only thing is this ad that pop up for no reason, like this for example. I have fun messing around destroying city when this happened. This ad that popped up where if you try to push this little X in it, it doesn't even work. So I have to restart the whole thing to play it. Even if all these ads that has a little X on it work, it transfers you into browsing on Chrome for no reason. And when another ad that pop up with a yellow X on it, this one, it got froze like this. I don't know why this happened, but this, I can't stand on this. It makes this game look unplayable, like I can't stand on this ad with a little X on it, that wouldn't even work. Oh. I'm probably break the game after a timer runs out when this ad popped up with a little X on it. But yeah, I can still play it. I can even suck all the blocks into my hole, but yeah, this will be fine after this. Yeah, this one is getting a little bit boring. So overall, the game itself is just unplayable with ads that make this game get frustrated with suddenly get froze for no reason, or that little X that for some reason doesn't even work, or the ad that break the game for this. So overall, I'll give this game a place that belongs. Trash. The next game is Crowd City. This follows the same format as Hole.io, but this one is getting more people to join your group by going your army in the city on the island. And once you gather all the people to join your group and become the biggest group, you eventually attack one of these groups. But not like fighting a war of death. Instead, you're like someone who is a part of a group that's smaller than you is eventually join yours. And oh, you suddenly turn your people into balls after you easy max out. And you suddenly suck these people into your group by just falling it into your balls. Now the game is just a piece of garbage. It follows the same format as Hole.io but crappier. The only fun side is just simulate the entire army of you attacking someone, but this is so brain dead and a bunch of ads. Just ads. Do I need to explain all of this about ads? The next one is Slice It All. You play as knife. All you do is slice all the items and that's it. Yeah, there's not much to say about this game. You just tap your knife that cuts these items and that's it. God, my brain is killing me. The next one is Helix Jump. You just use as a bouncy ball to go through a tower maze and all you do is swiping left and right to get through the floors, or just destroy if you fall into like a falling a skyscraper. And the controls of this is just that. There's not much to say about this, it's just bouncy balls to go through a tower or the tower maze. The next one is Fireball 3D. You use a cannon to shoot balls to knock down a tower or block, but there's a wall to defend the tower, and if a ball touches one of these walls, a ball just straight right into the cannon and it's game over. And it freaking sucks. It's just shooting balls to knock down these towers until suddenly a wall comes in and ruin the fun part. Upper.io, wrestling each other until you win or die. Salt and pepper, it's just a bunch of salt and pepper into the machine and you do just draw the line to go through that and spend the up. Logjam 3D. You let these three cute ones to mash up their colors. Upper.io is the .io game on a freaking tractor. So what we learn about these Voodoo games? Well, I think these games are just crap, but what I think about these games have in common are .io games. I already talked about .io games in my last video, but to put it that, these .io games published by Voodoo are used to thinking that this is an online .io game, just like other .io games using the same multiplayer gimmick, but in reality, these players that you face off are fake. Sure, you may think that this is real players, but they are not. These are NPCs. I guess the reason of this is because servers are too expensive with this. It doesn't even make sense that Voodoo is a billion-dollar company, so they could afford these expensive supercomputer online servers, but they don't. Really? And another thing is that even if these Voodoo games are not using .io in the title like single player, for example like Slightly Dog, Fireball 3D and Salt and Pepper, some of them are just using a fake multiplayer gimmick like Crowd City or maybe Dune for example. I don't know why it's called Crowd City. Why not call it Crowd.io? I guess they don't want this to become part of the .io format, so they decided to just use a .io format and do something new to this, but that's not how it works. That's like cooking a hamburger and then you decided to call it bread with cheese and ketchup. That's not how you name it. So in conclusion, Voodoo games. Honestly, these are crap. I mean, sure, some of them are fine, like Paper Mario and Dune, for example. Like, I have fun playing Dune. It's not great, but this is a fine game. But some of these games, like Slightly Dog, Crowd City, Whole Mario, and many others, are just low-effort garbage of crap. Like, how much is this gonna happen? Like, how a billion-dollar company with over 20+ games on the App Store and Google Play Store with low-effort garbage with these freaking graphics that look like a freaking Elsa game are star with these fake multiplayer with NPCs on it and ads that pop up for no reason, or an ad that crash the game for god no damn reason, allowing it on App Store and Google Play Store. Like, how are they allowing this on a freaking App Store and Google Play Store? How are this and this and this are mobile games? How is Voodoo continue making a successful company while they allow this on our face, on our smartphone? I mean, Voodoo is not the only company that makes this. In fact, many companies that want to do the exact same thing as Voodoo, with the exact same thing, the exact same fake multiplayer gimmick, and the exact same low-effort mobile games as Voodoo. As soon as companies tried to do the essential as Voodoo, they dominated the mobile gaming industry. And so, the mobile games that we once knew them in the early 2010s are gone, and now we're stuck with garbage, uninspired, ugly graphics, or a future of mobile games. Goodbye, good old mobile games. Hello, low-effort garbage mobile games.
You know, after what this has happened like this, that makes mobile games are showing for themselves, and people have no interest in playing mobile games or nothing new. Remember the 1983 video game flash?
Well, the reason why it happened is because of these low-effort garbage video games being popped into the market with terrible controls, terrible graphics, and people have no interest in buying these garbage low-effort video games on the market, which to them turned into the PC games being more popular than the console ones. Until Nintendo released the Nintendo Entertainment System with lots of good games, and all games are controlled by a company who made a console just to save the video game market from the crappy ones. And soon, video game consoles are becoming successful after the release of the NES and still to this day.
And I guess this will repeat itself once again with tons of crappy mobile games being popped up on the App Store and Google Play Store, and people have no interest in playing mobile games anymore. Instead, they're just playing on PC and console games instead. And teenagers have a smartphone nowadays aren't want to play mobile games anymore. Instead, they're just watching videos on TikTok and other social media platforms on a smartphone, and stuff that they do instead of playing mobile games. Oh no, it's very wrong because this is from America. So while we wait the mobile game push-up Nintendo to save it for these crappy, low-effort mobile games, for now, we will stick with these crappy ones. Until that happens, we will now stick with these crappy, low-effort mobile games, and head out to the YouTube before the mobile game get back to the industry. You know what? This game sucks.